Hey everybody, it's Nikki, and I am super excited about today's review because we are finally going to be reviewing my UCS X-Wing Starfighter. So this is a set that I did pick up on May 1st alongside a few other really good ones, including Luke's Land Speeder, the Fang Fighter vs. TIE Interceptor. I got the Death Star 2 promo that I was really excited about, even though many people were not super keen on that set. And just a few other fun little things that I did pick up. I did also vlog my trip to the LEGO store on May 1st, met up with some friends. I actually went along with my mom and my sister, which was also really fun. Of course, Noah came along as well. That being said, let's go ahead and dive right into this review. I don't think anyone really needs me to go super in-depth, seeing as we've already kind of seen reviews for this set for the past couple of weeks. But I really do like it, and I just wanted to kind of share my generic 2 cents on how it is, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So this set here, and I'm just trying to hold it next to me so you can kind of see it proportionate to my body. It retails for $240 US, and apparently this is a very subjective opinion, but in my opinion, this set is very justified at that price. Sure, it could be $200, but I mean, for the size, for the aesthetic, the general appeal of it, I think that it's pretty reasonably priced. And I mean, if you want to compare prices, the one that is the most unjustified in my opinion is the Luke's Land Speeder set. That one is equally priced at $240 US, and it makes absolutely no sense. It just broke a little bit. We're gonna get to that. This does happen. Okay, crisis averted. So anyway, to me this set doesn't make sense at that price range. Luke's Land Speeder, on the other hand, I would value that set at about $160 US. So comparatively, if that were the price of Luke's Land Speeder, I think that this one does make perfect sense at that price range. It has 1,949 pieces, and again, just given like the overall aesthetic of it, I do think that this is a pretty reasonable price for this set. Ugh, I broke it again putting it down. So the build process for this set, I really did enjoy. Of course, it was a little bit repetitive when it came to the wings, but when you're signing up to build a set like this, you do expect that. That being said, I actually found them to be at least an enjoyable build. There wasn't a lot of Technic, which for me is a good thing because I'm just not a Technic person. Something always tends to go wrong. But there's just a little bit in the interior where the base is, and you can kind of see it just when the wings are opened. The Technic is a little bit exposed, but that's basically all that there is in there, and it's really not too much. The biggest problem that this set has, though, is how incredibly fragile it is. It's one thing that I truly don't understand how it managed to make it through the entire assembly and production process and really come out on this end and still be that bad. Everything about this set is fragile. It has so many weak points. I've broken off the nose. Every time I tried to attach the wings, something fell off. It was a constant battle of like, attach, pick up, attach, pick up. Like it was a never-ending cycle of having to fix something when I was just trying to put the whole thing together. Of course, this is a UCS set. It's not something that I think anybody who buys is playing with. Swooshability is not even 0, it's like a -10. If you try to play with this thing, when I try to just take pictures with this thing, it falls apart. Just going back to aesthetics for a quick moment, one thing that I did kind of know was that the wings are possibly a little too short comparatively to like how long they should be. However, I really think that if they tried to make the wings any longer, they would not hold up. I have no doubt that the rubber bands and all the Technic pieces supporting this build at this moment are gonna be so tired in a year's time that it's probably going to have a little bit of weight kind of weighing it down and might need a little bit of replacing. I also truly feel, as someone who lives in earthquake country, that as soon as an earthquake hits, this thing is going down. So as long as you store it somewhere safe, maybe not super high up like I have mine unfortunately, you should be in pretty good hands. I might actually try to figure out a way to really strengthen the foundation of it, just the base, I mean the stand, because I do worry about that. It is a little bit wobbly. But as for the generic shape of the X-Wing as a whole, I mean again, the wings I think are almost pretty close to perfect, and I wouldn't change it again for stability's sake. The nose and the whole body also look pretty good. I'm not a big fan of the gaps on the sides. I know that on some X-Wing photos that I've seen, there is a certain sort of divot, like an indent, that exists purely for aesthetic, I believe. However, on this set, it literally just looks like they didn't know how to properly round it out, so there's just like these big holes like where the 2 panels connect, and I just don't like it. I thought I had assembled it wrong, and it looks like I assembled it wrong because it just doesn't look right. And I have the same issue really with the nose piece, the way that it connects. Neither of the 2 front panels fully connect. They don't touch at the front, and the entire nose piece as a whole is also slightly disconnected from the rest of the body of it. As for the cockpit, I loved that printed window piece. It's beautiful. There's like a sticker piece for the control panel that also looks really good. R2 also has his own cubby at the back of the X-Wing, and he fits in there very nicely. I'm glad that we got the entire droid and like a pocket for him to fit into without just having the head to put on there. The area between the wings and behind R2, I love the detailing there. Just where all the wires, some of the engineering stuff goes on. I just really like the combination of all those pieces. They work really, really well. But the engines are also proportionate, looking as they should, and they have the nice pink transparent piece on the back that I really enjoyed. I did enjoy the build for the thrusters though. I liked the pink transparent piece, that was a good choice. And also the clip-on pieces that just kind of surrounded it was kind of fun to put together. Again, it's a very repetitive build, so you did have to assemble essentially 4 of the exact same looking piece, but you had to do that for the wings as well. The set does also come with a stand that, again, I do kind of have a problem with. I don't think it was assembled in the most stable of ways. I also noticed that when I try to put the X-Wing back in place, the 2 slope pieces there have a habit of sometimes just kind of, they get too much pressure and they sort of fling off. I also think I am going to be putting a 1x3 black tile piece where those exposed studs are just above the display plaque, just to give it a kind of cleaner look. One of the best parts of this set without a doubt is the Luke Skywalker minifigure, who I have right here. He is absolutely amazing, the best X-Wing version of Luke that we've ever gotten. We of course love the helmet printing, the torso and leg printing, just phenomenal detailing. R2 is looking pretty much as good as he ever has. There's not much that really needs to be done to him. Got the nice version with the front and back printing. And finally, there is the display plaque that, thank you, LEGO, finally has come on a printed piece. There was no need to attach a sticker, which if you've built UCS sets, if you've built any sort of set that comes with a plaque, those massive stickers, that is like, of all the stickers that you don't want to get wrong on a set, if you're making a display plaque piece, that needs to be perfectly centered. There's so much pressure on that one sticker. And we all know that sometimes you put it on there and there's no going back. You start to wrinkle it. You start to lose some of the adhesion. So I am so happy this was the first UCS set to come with a printed plaque. And it just does have some listed, you know, information about the set, a nice picture of the X-Wing. All in all, just looks really great. So those are essentially all my thoughts, you guys. Again, I didn't really feel the need to go super in depth in this video because most people have already seen reviews. I just kind of did this for my own enjoyment. But I hope that some of you did enjoy this as well, and maybe you agreed with my thoughts. I mean, I think we all kind of have the same opinions on how fragile it is. But in conclusion, my thoughts are that this is a great UCS set. If this is your favorite ship, if you do not have the X-Wing UCS set, because it has come out in the past, don't let anyone talk you out of getting it. I love this set. This is not my favorite ship in Star Wars, but I thoroughly enjoyed building it. It's iconic. It's one that when people come over, they're gonna be like, where did you get that? That is an amazing looking toy. Let's be real, it's a toy. But I honestly had a great time building it, aside from that whole attach something, something else falls out bit. That's not fun, and again, kind of a big issue. But at the end of the day, you know, it might take some time, but it's gonna come together and hopefully stay together. Is the long-standing stability of this set is kind of in question, and we'll just kind of have to review that maybe in a year or two. That being said, if you also own this set, let me know what your thoughts are on it. And if you just decided not to buy it because there were things that you don't like about it, also feel free to comment down below. On that note, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Hit that like button if you did, subscribe down below if you haven't already. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you next time.